What's up guys, it's Chris and welcome back. It is the new financial year, so today we're going to have a look at a couple of steps to set yourself up for success. New financial year, new financial me. Essentially guys, start of the new financial year means that we need to set ourselves up for success across the financial year. It's better to do it right at the start than midway through, or worst case, right at the end, trying to get your affairs in order to make sure that you are set up for success. We're going to break today's video down into two different sections. One is goal setting, and the second section is getting your 3 ducks in a row to succeed. Goal setting, ducks in a row. 1, 2, 3 ducks. It's gonna be super simple guys, and I'm sure it's gonna help. But first, I just need to run through this disclaimer.
This is Justin Bieber. He is not a financial advisor. This is me. Like Justin Bieber, I am also not a financial advisor. We both do not provide financial advice. This content is for education and entertainment purposes only. I'm just a dude who makes videos. If you need financial advice, seek a licensed professional.
Now that we're all on the same page, let's talk about you. So, you have started up a side hustle, you've started up a business. Question is why? Why have you done this? Why have you done this to yourself? You could have just stayed an employee. Take a moment to think about that. Why? Why are you setting up a new business? Why are you picking up a side hustle? Why? If the answer is just, oh, because I need more work, that's not a very good answer. Dig deeper and deeper. What is the root cause for this? Why do you need a side hustle? Why do you want a business? It is important to answer this question because without knowing this, you can't set yourself goals. Why do you need to set goals? Because goals give you meaning and purpose to what you're doing. Using delivery driving as an example, if you just ad hoc out there and you say, oh yes, just doing deliveries. Oh yes, doing deliveries every day. And you just do it day in, day out, day in, day out. What's the point? Oh, money. You get money. Of course you get money. But what are you going to do with that money? What is the reason for getting that money? So now we're on the same page that we do it for money. What are you going to do with that money? What is it going towards? What's your financial goal? Is it to own a home? Is it to save up to start another business that you're more interested in, to follow your hobbies and passions? Do you just want to go on a holiday to somewhere you've never been? Or is it to reach financial freedom one day? So this is your big goal. This is what you're looking for. This is what you want. This is the next 5, 10 years maybe of your life. So spend some time to think of this goal and then pull it out of your head, get a pen and paper and write it down. Manifest it into this world. Get it out of your head, get it out into the world. That is your first step, because without a goal, you're going to struggle to find meaning and purpose to what you're doing. You can justify everything you're doing if you're working towards your goal. I'll give you a minute to scribble that one down. Cool. Now that you've written down your big goal and you know what you want to achieve, it is time to break it down across this financial year. What steps can you make this financial year to achieve that goal? It may not be the whole goal in one hit in 1 year, but what can you do across the next 12 months to reach one more step further towards that goal? If you want to own a home, what is a realistic target to try save across the next 12 months for your mortgage deposit? If your passion is hairdressing and you want to start a home salon, break down the full saloon to small bits. What's the first installments I need to do and how much is that going to cost? Because that's what I need to save for first. Or if you just want to jet set away and go on a holiday, break your holiday down. What are the costs for the flights for this holiday? That can be one goal. What are the costs for the accommodations? That could be another goal. What are the spending costs I want to do overseas? That could be a third goal. That way you can check it off each step through the year. Look guys, if you set yourself the big goal to achieve in the next 12 months and it's impossible to do, you're going to feel failure. But if you set yourself small, manageable, achievable goals over the next 12 months and check them off one at a time, you're going to feel success and it's going to get a ball rolling for yourself. There's a saying that I want you guys to remember from this video. Rome wasn't built in a day, but they were laying bricks every hour. Let that sink in. Oh, okay, Chris. Well, how do I achieve my financial goals? Look, guys, this video is not a start to finish masterclass on how to achieve your financial goals and succeed and do everything you want to do in life and become a multi-billionaire. This isn't the Lord of the Rings where we document Frodo's every single step of the journey from the Shire across to the cracks of Mount Doom where he threw the ring in and defeated Sauron. It's not that. I'm just covering the start of the journey where Frodo's packing his backpack and leaving his front door. The rest of the journey, you and me, we're both on that together. So the first part is to write your big goal down, and then a couple of ways across the next 12 months you can achieve that big goal, just to chip away at it a little bit. So before we go running through the fields screaming, I'm on an adventure, Gandalf, we need to make sure that we've got everything in order for our journey. Let's talk about getting our 3 ducks in a row. So I've broken it down to 3 different things. Setting up your reporting line, checking your asset allocations, and planning for tax. So let's talk about your reporting backline, setting up your reporting backline. So what is a reporting backline? What are you talking about, Chris? So your reporting backline is the information that you need to see how your business is performing. Let's run through these questions. How do I know how much I've earned? Have you figured out how to do that? Can you check in your 3 months earnings? Can you check in your 6 month earnings? As an example, if you're delivery driving across multiple apps, what's the fastest way for you to figure this stuff out? If you jump into the delivery driving apps that we use, Doordash and Uber Eats, so on and so forth, it doesn't show you the total year's earnings. It shows you week by week and you can add them up, but not the total year. Alternatively, if you jump into your bank statements, you can see each payment coming through from each one of these companies and you can add them up as well. So if you want to add it all up manually, each time you want to check your progress for the year, that's well and fine to do. Alternatively, you can set yourself up some accounting software, you can set up Excel spreadsheets, or even old school, just do a whiteboard and wipe it off each week and put the new figure up. In line with that question of how much you've earned, how are you going to keep track of your expenses this year? Have you figured that out? Are you going to take photos of all your receipts? And if you do take photos of all your receipts, are you going to store them to a cloud? What if you break your phone, you lose all your receipts? Or have you already set up a shoebox and you got to put all your receipts into a shoebox? Have you got the physical shoebox? And have you set yourself up the method of that when you do get a receipt, you take the time when you get home to go put it into the shoebox or take the photo of it, whatever you need to do. Or if you're using a vehicle this new financial year, are your mileage logs from the past still relevant? Are they still from the last 5 years? Do you need to update them? Do you not have any logging right now and you need to get on top of starting some logging? But what I'm getting at is these menial paperwork processes, these things you probably don't like to do. Have you set up the easiest way for yourself to quickly do it? You're gonna have to do it anyway, so figure out a process for yourself. Find out what works for you. But it's important that you track this, otherwise you're gonna get yourself in trouble later on in the year and you won't be able to track your goals efficiently. And if you're not working towards one of your goals, it's gonna make your work feel meaningless and pointless. Next duck in the row. Starting your financial year, check your asset allocation. Do you have everything you need to operate this financial year? If you're a delivery driver, like a lot of the people tuning in are, do you have a reliable vehicle this financial year? Do you need a vehicle this financial year? Are there repairs that you need to sort out ASAP to get your vehicle operating efficiently this financial year? Have you got your car charger? Have you got delivery bags? Have you got $200 saved aside for fuel to make sure that your vehicle can keep operating on the road? So do a checklist through your business. Do I have everything I need to operate? If not, what do I need to organize to operate? Because otherwise you'll start operating at inefficiency. Regardless of what industry you're working in or what job you're doing, if you do not have the right tools to assist you on the job, or if your tools are defective and faulty and not working, it's going to hinder your progress and affect your earning capacity. Make sure your assets are good and you have allocated them appropriately to yourself. Third duck, start tax planning. So if you have been operating your business for a little bit, you would understand how much tax you need to pay. So the last time you did your tax, how much of a bill did you get? So once you know that rough number against what you earn, that's where you can start to plan for your tax. So this means asking yourself an honest question. Are you financially responsible enough to not spend the money you need for tax? If you are financially responsible enough, you may be able to just leave that money aside in your savings account with all your other income and not touch it and know that it's going to be there come tax time. Otherwise, if you're not and you know that you dig through your savings time in and time out, maybe set up a separate account. Call up your bank, say I need a separate savings account, and then transfer your tax money across into that account. Alternatively, you can contact across the taxation department and prepay your tax before you get the bill. Set up weekly, fortnightly, monthly prepayments for your tax, because end of the financial year, you're going to get hit with a tax bill. So it comes down to yourself to understand what this is going to be and hold that money aside so you don't get yourself in trouble. So that's your 3 ducks. Check your reporting, check your asset allocation, and start planning for tax. Even though tax is a long time away, start planning for it anyway. So these are your financial fundamentals. Once you've got these 3 ducks in a row, that's when you can start focusing on your goals and your sub goals to hit that big goal. If you don't understand your own reporting, you can't track that against the small goals you're trying to hit. How do you know if you're a quarter of the way to one of your goals or halfway, or even if you've hit the goals, if you're not tracking how much you're earning? If your assets aren't in check for this financial year and you're working with broken tools, it's going to slow down your progress to hit them goals. It's going to impact your earnings. And when it comes to tax, failing to plan is planning to fail. If you do not have enough held aside when it comes to tax, you're going to find yourself scrambling to meet them bills coming in. You might have thought you hit a goal, but then you get a tax bill and it knocks you back from that goal. You'll be able to manage your own expectations a lot better if you know how much money to hold aside for tax. So super fast, high level recap. Set your big goal, break it down to small goals to hit across the next 12 months, and then get your 3 ducks in a row. Once you've done these things, that's when you're set up to succeed. That's when you just focus on earning as much money as you possibly can, because you've got all the systems in place to support you. Look, I know there's a lot of content out there where they say, oh, well, it's all easy to do. Just these 4 simple steps to succeed. I know that stuff's out there and it's easy to listen to, but the realism is, guys, you need to set up the hard yards yourself. You need to do the hard yards yourself. No one's going to set you up to succeed, and no one's going to do the work for you. Well, that doesn't sound fun or fair. Look, I know. That's not fun, it's not fair. But that's the reality of things, guys. It's not easy work. If success was easy work, everyone would be successful. It is hard work, determination, and grit. Going back to that quote, Rome wasn't built in a day, but they were laying a brick every hour. You need to focus on your goals and lay a brick every hour. That is the way that you'll get ahead, inch by inch. And here's the thing, I believe you can do it. I believe you'll succeed. That's coming from me to you. You can do this. So set yourself up for success. It's the start of the financial year. Start laying bricks now. And that's all I got for today, guys. I know it's school of hard knocks a little bit. I know it's tough love, but that's my approach to these things. Things aren't easy, but if you persevere, it's going to pay off in the long run. Anyone who's interested in becoming a delivery driver for DoorDash or Uber Eats, I've got links down below in the description to get started now. For everyone else out there who's already doing it, stay safe on the road, keep grinding, keep hustling, and until next time, peace out.
This is my turn.